Oxford Bookworms Library. Stage 1. Shirley Holmes and the Cyber Thief. By Jennifer Bassett. Read by Kate Locke. Published and copyright Oxford University Press, 2013. Chapter 1. Friday evening. Meeting the client. Friday. It's the end of the working day. My friend Layla is in my office drinking coffee. She tells me a story about one of her clients. We laugh. Your clients are very difficult people, I say. Layla is a lawyer. But many of her clients are very poor people too. She does good work. And what about you? Says Layla. You're a private investigator, and your clients are often very difficult and dangerous. Sahid worries about you. He likes you a lot, you know. Sahid is Layla's brother. He's a detective in the police. Detective Sergeant Sahid Patel. He and Layla are my best friends. Sahid worries about me a lot. I smile. Sahid doesn't need to worry about me, I say. I can take care of myself. I finish my coffee and stand up. Friday night, the best night of the week. What shall we do this evening? Go to the cinema? Okay, but let's eat first. I'm really hungry, Layla says. Oh, and don't forget, next Friday you're coming to dinner at our house. Sahid's cooking chicken. Great! I say. Sahid's chicken dinner is famous with all his friends. Layla puts on her coat, and at the door I turn off the lights. I begin to close the door, and the phone rings. Oh, leave it, says Layla. It's Friday night. I go back into the office. I can't do that, I say. Perhaps it's a new client. It is. It's a man's voice, speaking quickly. I listen, say yes and no in the right places, and finish the call. Sorry, Layla. No cinema tonight. Another time, I say. The client wants me to meet him this evening. Oh dear, Layla says. Can't he wait till tomorrow? He says not. He's a worried man, I think. We say goodbye and Layla leaves. The meeting is in a Greek restaurant not far from Piccadilly Circus. I take a bus and then walk. The Athena restaurant in Old Compton Street is small and noisy. The client is sitting at the back, at a table for two, watching the door. He stands up when I get near the table. A tall man, nice looking. Brown hair, brown eyes. Worried eyes, tired eyes. He's not sleeping at night. Hi, I say. Shirley Holmes. Jeff Clayton, he says. Thanks for coming. We sit down and a waiter brings us bread, olives, feta cheese, water for me, and beer for Jeff Clayton. Clayton stares at me. You look very young for a private detective," he says. "How can I help you, Mr. Clayton?" I say. "What's your problem? I'm not here to talk about my age." "OK. Sorry," he says. "I have a business, an electrical design company, Clayton Electrics. We design—" I take out a piece of paper and push it across the table to him. It's the front page from his company's website. He looks at it, then at me. "Ah," he says. "You Googled me. You know all about my company." "No," I say, "but I know a little about electrical design now. So your problem is a business problem then." I eat an olive and a piece of feta cheese. I love olives and feta, probably because of my Greek mother. Jeff Clayton tells me his problem. His business is losing money because he's not getting new clients. Every time he does a quotation for a new job, he doesn't get it. "In 6 months, not one new contract," he says. "Not one. My quotations are good. My designs are good. I'm not expensive. My prices are good. I have good workers. 6 months ago, I had lots of new business. Everything was fine. And now, nothing. Why?" "Who is getting these contracts then?" I ask. "Is it always the same company?" He smiles a little. "Yeah, you got it. I talked to some people, asked some questions. It's always the same company. Spark and Flash Design in Roehampton. Their design is nearly the same. Their prices are nearly the same, but just a little bit lower. So they get the contract." "How do you do a quotation?" I ask. "Tell me." "I look at the client's building with 1 or 2 of my designers. My design staff then do the plans. It's all done on computer, of course. I do the costings for the work and then send the quotation to the client." "And you keep the quotations on the office computer?" I say. "What kind of security do you have?" He tells me the name of the security program on the office computer. I know it. It's a good one. "I keep all the quotations and costings in a special folder on the computer," he says. "Nobody can open the folder without the password, and every file in the folder has a password too." "How many people know the passwords?" I ask. "Only me." It sounds all right, but a good hacker can break through that security. "I think you have a cyber thief on your staff," I say. "Someone is getting through your security, taking the costings information and selling it to this other company. Do you trust all your staff?" He looks at me, very unhappily. "I did trust them once," he said. "I don't now. What can I do? There's a very big contract coming soon. Blanding's house, near Putney Bridge. All new electrics in the building. A Chinese bank is going to open there. I'm doing the costings for the quotation now. It must be in by next Friday. I don't want to lose this one. I can't lose this one. He pushes his glass away and looks at me. Can you help me? Yes, I think I can. I eat some more olives and finish the cheese. I need to be in your office for a day or two. Talk to your staff. Is that okay with you? Sure, he says. Come and go when you like. I need to do some thinking tomorrow, I say. Can I phone you on Sunday with my plan, Mr. Clayton? Sure, he says again. But please, call me Jeff. We're working together on this. Can I call you Shirley? No, you can't, I say. In your office, I'm going to be Sally Hawker. So you call me Sally, right? And you call me on this mobile number, not the one on my website. I give him my business card and show him the number on the back of the card. Shirley Holmes, Private Investigator. He looks at it, then at the front of the card, and laughs. Shirley Holmes. That's not your real name, is it? You changed it because you wanted your name to sound like Sherlock Holmes. Maybe, I say, or maybe my mother married a man called Holmes, and they called me Shirley. Chapter 2. Monday, in the office. Early on Sunday evening, I phoned Jeff Clayton on his home number. Hi, Mr. Clayton. Shirley Holmes here. Can we talk about my plan for tomorrow? Is this a good time? Oh, hi, Shirley. I mean, Sally. Listen, please call me Jeff. I don't do this Mr. thing. Or do you want me to call you Miss Holmes? I mean, Miss Hawker? I laugh. Okay. Jeff. Now, about tomorrow, I'm going to be a journalist called Sally Hawker, and I want to talk to your design staff about their work. I'm writing a long piece for Flipside magazine. Do you know it? Yes, I do. It's good. So you want me to tell the staff about you before you arrive. When are you coming? About 10 o'clock. Is that all right? Fine. I have files on all my staff here on my laptop. Do you want me to email the files to you? Great, I say. Please send them right now. When I arrive at the Clayton Electric's office on Monday morning, I know names, addresses, ages, families, schools, universities, but I need to know much more. It's a small office, everything open, no closed doors. Faces are friendly, interested. I'm something new in their working day. I tell them about me and the IET, the Institution of Engineering and Technology. I use my smiley journalist face and my smiley voice. The IET wants more young people in schools to be interested in technology, I tell them. So they ask me to write something for their Flipside magazine. That's the one for 11 to 15-year-olds, says Harry. I wrote something for them once, many years ago. Harry Bowman 59, electrical designer. 10 years with Clayton. Very good at his job, but getting old. So, what do you want to know? Asks Anna. Anna Lund, 29, electrical designer. 2 years with Clayton. Very clever. Tell me about your working day, I say. What do you do? Where do you go? Who do you talk to? Anna laughs. Oh, you must talk to Ken. He usually goes out with Jeff and talks to the clients. Me and Harry just stay here and do the work. Ken smiles at me. Don't listen to Anna, he says. She gets out to see clients too. Ken Okobi, 32, electrical designer. 5 years with Clayton. A good listener, good with the clients. There are the 3 designers and some office staff. I stay with them all day. I sit next to the designers at their laptops. We talk about their computer programs and electrical design. I laugh when they laugh. I drink coffee with them, I watch, and I listen. I talk to the office staff too. Nice people, but they don't know computers. They can use them, but they don't understand them. No hackers here, I think. I go out to lunch with the designers at an Italian restaurant. I ask them about money. Is the pay good? Very good, Ken says. Jeff Clayton pays well. Ah, says Anna. I'd like more money. Oh, you always want more, Anna, Ken says, smiling. And why not? Says Anna. I'm good at my job. She looks at me. I don't like working for other people. I want to start my own business. I want to be a rich woman before I'm 40. The 2 men laugh. When we walk back to the office, I walk with Harry. Do you enjoy the work? I ask. Yes and no, Harry says. You see, my wife is not well, and I'd like to be at home to take care of her. She needs the sun, and I'd like to buy a house in Spain when I stop working. But that's never going to happen. Ken is walking in front of us, and suddenly I see his shoes. They look very expensive. Yes, they're Gucci shoes, I'm sure of it. Back in the office, I watch the designers at their laptops again. Ken is very helpful. He tells me a lot about his work and shows me some of his designs. Do you take your laptop home at night? I ask. Yes, we all do, says Ken, and I always need my laptop with me when I visit clients. I work at home in the day sometimes, says Harry, because of my wife. I sometimes need to be at home. Interesting. They take their laptops home. So it's easy for the hacker to do things at home when nobody is watching. 5:30, going home time. They're closing down laptops, putting on coats. The working day is finished. So, which one of them is the hacker and the cyber thief? It's one of the 3 designers, I'm sure. Is it Harry? He wants a house in Spain for his wife, but he hasn't got the money for it. Anna? She's clever, quick, wants to be rich, and she wants it now. She doesn't like waiting. And there's Ken. He's a nice guy, good at his work, but he's wearing Gucci shoes. I get out my laptop, Google Gucci shoes, and look for the prices. £470 for a pair of shoes. Where does Ken get that kind of money? I need to know more about Ken's home life. But first, I need to visit the weasel. I don't know the weasel's real name. Nobody knows it. He lives in a great big apartment in Bayswater. It's really just one big room with computers. Computers big and small. Computers everywhere. The weasel is probably the best hacker in England, maybe in Europe. I sit on one of the weasel's black chairs, drink black coffee, and look around the great dark room. The only light is from computer screens. Indian music is playing quietly from one of the computers. Don't you ever go out? I say. See some daylight. Look at some trees. Feel the sun on your face. Why do I want to see daylight or trees? The weasel says. He looks around at his computers. All the world comes to me here. I don't need daylight. He looks at me. What do you need, Hawker? He always calls me Hawker. He likes that name better than Holmes. You always need something. Years ago, the weasel went through a bad time. I helped him then, and he doesn't forget that. I can ask him for help when I want. I tell him about Jeff Clayton's problem. I want to watch 3 laptops, probably through the night. I need to catch the person when they get through the security on the main office computer. How many passwords? The weasel asks. 2. 1 for the quotations folder, and then every file has its password too. That's a clever hacker, says the weasel. OK, you need a Trojan horse program. I can write that for you. Give me 24 hours.